Trapping.
Let's bring you back to the wildfire story as we look at what's happening in the U.S. Northwest and the fires that are just raging through Washington State, through Oregon, and through California. Again, some of the scenes from California and what is called the North Complex fire.
So dark up there, so smoky up there, so windy up there. Sad because you don't know what's up there, you know, that you're losing up there.
And the scenes of the aftermath as the flames move on, and that Shaver Lake, which is near Fresno. I want to bring in, right from the fire zone, Danya Backus, who's a CBS News reporter. She's been part of our coverage this week as well, and we're happy to hear from her again today, close to that North Complex fire. Danya, what is the latest as we begin this morning?
The North Complex fire is just 23% contained, and officials say that it is still a threat, and they're saying now is the time to still remain vigilant with that fire. The fire started, when it first started, it was a week old. It's been burning for a week. It was about 50% contained before strong winds came through and then fueled that fire that sent it ripping through a town, a small town there called Berry Creek, where officials are saying that at least 10 people have died, and they're saying that that death toll could climb because searchers are still looking for at least 16 people who remain missing there.
Danya, thousands of homes and buildings burned, and obviously the human toll is considerable, and that is just in California. Can you give us the picture in those other two states I was mentioning, and in Southern California as well, just the broader picture with these scenes of just massive infernos? What else is going on?
You know, it's massive, it's unthinkable, and I think that's what a lot of people are saying about this situation across the western states, is that they're used to wildfires, they're used to fire season, but this year it just seems to be coming through so hard and so fast. Oregon's governor said she's expecting to see an unprecedented loss of structures and life when it comes to the fires burning in her state. In Washington state there, we do know that they're also dealing with deaths when it comes to people who were trying to escape the fires that just weren't able to make it out in time. What we are seeing just across the West is a record number of wildfires burning. Here in California, we have now reached nearly 3 million acres of land that have burned in wildfires just this year. And that's more than any basically that we've seen with that record number. So I think that puts into the scope of just how big and how broad this situation is. And what makes it, I guess, even worse, if you want to add something on top of that, is that the resources are stretched so thin. The firefighter resources are stretching so thin because usually, Heather, in situations like this, we're used to firefighters sharing resources in different states. California would go to Washington and help out there. Washington would come here to California. But because there are so many fires popping up in the various states, everyone kind of has to stay in their own state and not be able to help. So that's really limiting how quickly firefighters are able to get a handle on these blazes.
Danya, thank you very much for that latest information. Danya Backus is a CBS News reporter with us from Fresno County in Central California.
Trapping.